Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are we all doing? Can we have an AV check, please? To get us going, how are we all doing this morning? Or this afternoon now? Technically afternoon. Loud and clear. Good stuff. How are you guys doing? Looking forward to Sunday flight? I feel like I need to get my chat, instead of being up there, I need to get my chat like here somewhere. That'd be great. Just look there. Where's the soundbite? Yeah. But then I want to put Whiteman's flight thingies here at some point. FS Economy, finally. Oh, you've had your account approved. Nice. Nice. Yeah, we've had people are doing a lot of jobs for Squirrel. A lot of jobs. I mean, that's at 5:30 a.m. And so in like 5 hours, a whole bunch of jobs gone through. Need your chat right above the camera so you can look right at us. Well, it kind of is. It's like it's there. I can't really get it in the... Well, I could, but if I put it in the middle, then I can't lay my screens out properly. It's a tricky one. Do you have anybody doing squirrel skins? Do you need someone to do it, D Camel? I don't have anybody doing it, D Camel. I was thinking about contacting Clink and asking him, because obviously he assembles that big livery pack. And I was thinking about asking him to ask some of the guys that do the liveries. Somebody tweeted me one this morning, which was like, it was okay. I don't know if it's what I want, but if I can work with somebody to do it, you know, somebody that's experienced. You're having a chill Sunday. Nice. Chase tutorials. I'm a new simmer getting hooked. Nice one, Nick. So yeah, I don't know. I'd like to get some squirrel liveries done, and ideally get them bundled into that livery pack. And that way everybody can just get them in the livery pack. That would be easier. Someone just nicked 264 squirrel. That was probably Sommy, I would guess. So yeah, I'll message Clink and ask him. Mike's Addiction, thank you for almost 4 years. And Speedy, thanks for 35. Landon, thank you for 6. 290 Cats, welcome back. Oh, it's not Sommy. There you go. Don't know who nicked it then. Unless it was... When was that? 10:39? No, that was a while ago. Don't know. You're still getting used to the resetups there, Blackie. Got you, mate. Yeah. Yeah, I want to make something different. So I want something different to what's already in the packs. Much easier getting going FSC after watching the streams. A bit lost without it. I hear you. FSC is not the best UI design ever. I'll leave other people to remind to fly for Earth Squirrel. Lol. So I thought, like, I had a look at my aircraft today, and I was slightly surprised. So this is the 172 that I own, and I'm currently leasing to Earth Squirrel. And then today, 2 aircraft have appeared, leased from Kiwi Craig, which is a bit of a surprise, because I didn't know he was doing this. But since he's decided to lease me 2 aircraft, and there's no point in leasing me that one because I actually don't have the 182 anyway. I'm going to fly the Caravan because the Caravan's down in Cardiff or Swansea, one of the two. Swansea. So yeah, I thought we'd fly the Caravan. So then I thought, okay, while he's leased me a Caravan, why don't we do some FSE ops around UK and Europe? Because I'm kind of curious to see what the environment's like. So that's what we're going to do. So many thanks to Kiwi Craig. This one I'm going to return, I think, because I don't have it. It would be great if he could lease it to Earth Squirrel instead, maybe. Yeah, I'm going to do that, Sammy, but I wanted him to know why I'm returning it. Like, if I return that one, he might suddenly just grab that one back when I'm in the middle of flying it. Any interest in the FBO? Yeah, but we're looking around for an FBO. Like, FBOs are expensive. Well, good ones are. You feel like Microsoft's leaving money on the table, I would gladly pay for a sublot for on-air features in a game. I think they want to focus on the platform, and I think that's the right thing for them to do. They should let other people provide study-level aircraft, let other people provide, tracking services and a career. I'm not saying they won't do it. I'm just saying that, they should focus on the platform, I think, not necessarily stuff like that. Dibs on the 182. So anyway, yeah, we're going to go from EGFH, which is Swansea. And so I've had a look and I've grabbed some passengers, 6 of them, who want to go down to EGHH, which is Bournemouth. So that's where we're going to go. We're going to go from Swansea to Bournemouth for our first flight. Platform is enough work them, to be honest. I agree. If they start doing stuff like that and there's, other things in the sim that are more important, you're going to get people complaining. So then I started to look at, let me bring over the server here. And I started to look at the flight plan on Sky Demon because I thought we'll try and, VFR it mostly. And that's where I got up to. York Andy, thank you for 9 months. FSE could use an update. FSE needs an overhaul. I don't know. With all the interest in FSE now, maybe they'll be inspired to actually do something with it, with the platform. Also, there's going to be a group flight later at 5 if you want to join. !route. And that will show you the route that we're going to take. It's basically this one. You want to see where we are in the world? There you go. That's where we are. That's going to be the route today. I don't know if we'll make all the hops. Abordox, calm down, mate. Calm down is my advice. We're going to take off from here, MPDA, and we're going to fly along this coast. We're going to hop in and out of the kind of elevated areas. Should be a nice flight, I think. So yeah, !route if you want to get yourself set up. That'll kick off around 5 p.m. FSE should charge a little amount per month subscription base. Well, there must be more complex things going on, Lampenbauer, because I think Somi contacted one of the admins and said, like, how can we basically help you, like give you money and stuff? And they said, well, we can only open our donation window like once a year or something with a specific target for tax reasons. Like they can literally only take about $2,000 a year to avoid tax problems. So a subscription base would most certainly make it a business. And that's obviously not the route they want to go down. So there's more to it than meets the eye. Mr. Hawkeye, thank you for 22 months. Can you please fly over EGHR later? It's in the field where I work. I cannot promise that, Hawkeye. I'm not taking requests. I'm doing my route, and that's that. If I had to take on board everybody's requests, I'll be flying all over the place. What do you wish FSE had, and what do you wish they removed? I don't know. I wish they had a nice UI. That would be one. I wish there was more, like, the whole platform is heavily geared towards experience. Like, if you've been on FSE for a few years, you got millions in the bank, you own a bunch of FBOs, you just sit on it. Like, literally, you sit on it. It used to be that if you owned an FBO, let's say you had a nice big FBO over at Heathrow, right? It used to be that you had to keep it supplied with supplies, with materials to keep the FBO running. So you'd have to, fly in supplies to keep it going. But now you don't. Now you can just click on FBO, click order supplies, and then a couple of days later they arrive. So it's literally you can keep your established FBO running with just a few clicks of the mouse every month. And therefore nobody else can take over that FBO unless you decide you want to sell it. Which is, I guess it's kind of like real life in a way, but there's no way to compete against it. You can't like oust the status quo in any way very easily. And that's a shame, because if you're kind of building up your company or whatever, and you're looking for FBOs to buy, You have to wait for them to go on sale and then go in there and buy it. You can't set up next to someone and like force them out of business competitively. You can't do any of that. Well, to an extent you can, but not really. So I gotta know. I kind of think that they need to think about all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not the games designer. They need to work on that. OG 905, thank you the bits. An FBO is a fixed base of operations. So it's basically when you go to an airfield, like let's say Swansea, right? If you look here, it says FBO. So if you want to buy, let's say you want to buy some Jet A fuel, you can either get it from the local market, which is basically the platform, right? You can get it for $4.19, or you can get it $3.95 from Outback Charter UK. And Outback Charter is a player-owned FBO. They bought that FBO, and anytime you like land here with aircraft or need ground services, or if you want to get some repairs done, some new avionics added, like you can use them and they get money. So when people fly in and out, and they can also generate passengers here, like these Outback engineers, they're generated by Outback Charter. So they generate these green jobs. And every time you fly them around, they get money. So it's just like money just comes in constantly. Yeah, I agree, Grot. Most people don't want to do that. Most people just, like you say, they want to fly around with some kind of sensible progression. Like you say, they want a career mode. I mean, you've got your tools like Air Hauler, but the problem with Air Hauler is it's like a personal experience, isn't it? It's like something on your machine and nowhere else. Ideally, you want something online that you can all enjoy. And that's the whole point of virtual airlines. Buying up airports feels like a different game that has nothing to do with flying. Again, if you assemble a group of people like Air Squirrel, if you assemble a group of people and they're flying around and building money for the company, what do you do with the money? You just buy more aircraft. I mean, is it just like a zero-sum game? You just keep buying more aircraft to fly. I mean, that's all very well, but it would be nice if you can have something more. And that's the idea of FBOs. And it's for people who want to run the groups. It's a bit like people who play World of Warcraft, right? So they play World of Warcraft, they level up. What do they want? They want more gear. How do they get it? Well, they join a guild. What does the guild do? The guild share stuff together. They will share equipment, they will share potions, whatever, and they'll organize raids to go and get more equipment. You know, they'll communicate and help each other. That's literally what a group does. And you need bigger objectives when you have a group. It is possible to join Air Squirrel, but don't join unless you're going to fly for Air Squirrel. Because very soon we're going to have monthly reports that we're going to look at. And people who are flying can stay, basically. Yeah, you're looking for a reason to fly. Yeah, totally. And that's a valid reason to do it because that way you get to go to loads of different places as well. You just, you fly into an airfield and there's a bunch of passengers here that goes to an airfield that you're like, I have no idea where that is. But you go there because they want to go there and it's cool. Mr. Dana T, thank you for 30 months. There are some people on YouTube who've done tutorials, yeah. Right, so if we have a look at this, we're going to be smashing through all kinds of airspace here. Bournemouth sits in a Class D. Oh man, how did that just happen? Undo. Bournemouth sits in a Class D, so you'd have to talk to them before you even got there. You'd most certainly have to PPR. But Swansea doesn't, as you can see. So we can take off out of here. And in terms of routing, we're gonna go around Cardiff's, like Delta space, Cardiff and Bristol's here. We're gonna go round that. There's no point in going through that. So we'll kind of fly over the water, I think, over the Bristol Channel. I highly recommend you try On Air. I know about On Air, mate. I've watched videos on it and decided it's not for me. Because it doesn't have the ability to create groups. for a kickoff. If you allowed group stuff, I might consider it, but then people would have to subscribe to use it. Whereas the advantage of FSE is completely free. Right, I think we would probably route, looking for some kind of target down here that's going to take us south of the Glass Delta. This red area here is Berry Head CTA, flight level 165. So as long as we're under 6, so if we fly at 6,000 or something, we'll be fine. Just go underneath that shelf. Otherwise, we'd need to get permission to cross it. Dunkswell we want to stay away from. That's probably got parachuting going on today. Make sure the airport you want to exists and is not a roundabout. I guarantee you, the airfield we're going to will exist. It's not free, but you can't even join, so what's the point? What, you mean? Yeah, so Beaming Cloud, you can't join right now because they have had 1,000 applications a day and they can't get through them all. Microsoft Flight Sim launched and the amount of applications for FSE just went through the moon. Like, seriously, give them a break, give them some time, and they'll open up the applications again. What's this here? Parachute jumping schedule, surface to 2,000 feet. That seems a bit weird to me. Surface, it's like, that's some pretty low-level parachute jumping. So I can fly over that at 3,000 feet and definitely won't get hit by a parachutist, right? Okay, seems legit. I'm thinking we'll go in via Chard. Looks like a decent sort of waypoint there. Little town. We should be able to spot that. And Chard would take us more or less directly towards Bournemouth, and we go around most of the stuff. We could also route via Minehead, but that will put us in this class Delta, which starts at 3,000 feet, so we don't really want to go that via Minehead. We'll have to fly quite low if we do. So what we could do is instead route to Linton. And that'll more or less get us around the problem. So then we can just go over the water to Linton. And as long as we stay under 6,000 in our cruise, we'll go underneath that CTA. And that'll more or less keep us out of trouble. There's a lot going on around here, though. But that would be the flight plan. The Russian parachuters. That's where you live. What was that, Happy? Have you? I don't know. No, I've not. Right. So warnings. Your journey passes through Solent CTA. Yeah, we know about that one. Oh no, we don't know. Yeah, that's fine. We're going to go in there. We'll be talking to ATC at that point anyway. Same with that. Same with that. So the warnings are fine. You'd go through your NOTAMs. Aerodrome closed. Take off at Swansea. Wow, is Swansea actually completely closed until 22nd of September? Wow. That's insane. So weather, hang on, let's have a look at the airfields. If we look at Bournemouth, we don't want Bournemouth, we want Swansea. Swansea doesn't have a METAR, so we'll have to look at Bournemouth. Bournemouth's weather, few clouds at 2,000. Okay, that's fine. Not too worried about that. And then we'll look at Swansea's plate. That's what Swansea looks like. So we can go out at 2-2 because we've got a win from 260, I think. What application? This is Sky Demon. And hopefully I'll remember to run. Yeah, the one difference with Sky Demon and 4Flight is with Sky Demon, you have to tell it to connect to the sim, whereas 4Flight just automatically does it. You live not that far from Swansea. We've only just harnessed the power of fire. I wouldn't expect too much. Yeah, we'll go out with 2-2. Don't know where we're going to spawn. Cool. Let's do it. Briefing done. I'll do that. So we want to go for Linton. So if we look at our pilot log, that then gives us a heading magnetic of 162. You see that? So it actually calculates wind. Like before Sky Demon, when you're doing your PPL, you have to look at the wind at the cruise altitude you're going to go at, which would be, say, like 319 at 13 knots. And then you basically have to use your whizzy wheel thing and work out what your magnetic heading needs to be after adjusting for compass correction. It's a right laugh. So you can see there your true track is 159, but your heading magnetic is 162. And you're going to be doing a ground speed of 156, apparently. You hate those whizzy wheels. Oh, man. They're actually really, really clever, but when you first start using them, you're like, what the heck? This is magic. If I put a dot here and I turn that wheel like that, it magically tells me what my crosswind's going to be. How does that work? Mr. Briley, thank you for almost 4 years. Lacknick, thank you for Bullseye 50. Welcome back, Daddy Addy. So yeah, that's the track we would follow. You'd normally print that out as well. So what's the distance we're going to go for? 97 nautical miles, but with the route we're taking, it's not direct. So first thing I need to do is actually rent that aircraft. And then we'll fly for Air Squirrel. See, I remembered something. 100 gallons available, more than enough. That's loads of fuel. Even if you're flying 200 miles, we're going to need 61 gallons. Whizzy wheels are a lifesaver. Well, they're pretty necessary until you get apps like Sky Demon. You can, for your iPad and your iPhone, and you can actually get an app that just does it all for you. You don't even need to use the Whizzy wheel these days. I've got the app. It's hilarious. You just punch things in, it comes out with the numbers. But for the exams, you can't use that stuff. You have to be able to use the Whizzy wheel. No, if the aerodrome's closed, the only time you can potentially land on that is in an emergency. You think Swansea Airport used to be more active, but not now? Well, I've never been there. Hey, Kelly, how you doing? Well, it's a very gloomy sky out there. In fact, apparently it's raining in the sim. That's interesting. I don't quite get that, because all the METAR information never mentioned rain, did it? For example, Cardiff. Cardiff is scattered at 1100. Visibility 10,000 meters or more. No mention of rain. 18 Celsius, dew point 13. So how the heck is it even raining in this sim? Oh boy, what is this livery? Civil Air Patrol. What the heck? Civil Air Patrol livery. It's outrageous. And the runway's marked as closed, and there's a crosswind. What is going on? I wonder if it's marked as closed because it's in real life it's closed for COVID. That's really weird. There's just something not right here. It's a Thunderbirds livery. Wait, we've actually got 2 of them. What's going on? You're welcome, Silver Race, you're welcome, sir. Well, we're just gonna have to work with what we've been given here. This is all very weird. But what can you do? Right, so now I need to remember how to fly the caravan because I've been in the TBM so long. Let me think. Definitely need to have some of that. Put the battery master on. Can we get this light work on this thing? In up. In up. In up. Guess not. Right, first thing I'm going to do is just get pushed back a little bit because that's just ridiculous. If you'd taken off 20 minutes ago, it would have been sunny. Clouds starting to roll in again. Interesting. The live weather forecast is totally wrong then. Don't know how we're going to VFR this at 6,000. It's going to be quite a low altitude flight, I think. Lights are behind the yoke. Oh yeah, it has a well, it has a pedestal light. I think the most useful one, if I remember, is that one. The one that you can't reach easily. There you go. I'll do. Stop there, Jeff. I'll do, mate. So I don't know what altitude we're going to make it to. I guess we'll climb out initially at 2,000 and see how it goes. If we go above that cloud, we won't be able to VFR in any shape or form. FMS. Flight plan. Oh my god, I have to load it old school fashion. Let's see. EGFH. Let's see if this will work. EG. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Complete flight plan. Push. Old school. When did we upgrade the plane? This is one that's been lent to me.
To the nut house.
EG F. Swansea knows about that. EGFH, right. Down to EGHH. Bournemouth. Johnny Radcliffe, thank you for subbing. Welcome. I like how the ground crews just stand there and keep some. I know, the ground crew's hilarious. What are those little screens that you're touching at the side of your yoke? This? Oh, these are stream decks. So that's got the direct route. So what we don't have is we don't have a waypoint for Linton or Chard, which are the towns we're going through because we're effectively VFR on it. But that at least will get that in. So we've got that to go off. But we'll have to use Sky Demon to VFR it. Hey, Imp, how you doing, sir? So our initial heading will be 162.
Happy anniversary.
according to Sky Demon. 162 is where we want to be going on our initial heading. And it's recommending 5,500 as the altitude. Which I don't have a problem with. But we'll have to see how the cloud is. Barry M, thank you for 2 months. So let's get the engine started up. Let's see. Battery master alternator, fuel boost on. Ignitions are on. Nice to go to idle. Okay, engine's running, that's good. Air conditioning system can go on. Now we need to put all the pitot stuff on. The beacon light should have come on already. I didn't do that, that was my bad. Let's see, no smoke, seatbelt signs on. Anti-ice systems here. Where's the pitot system? Turn on the stall heat, turn on the anti-wear. Okay. Alright, we're good. We're good. I got track IR going. What's to do? Going to be taken off with a crosswind. This is going to be very interesting indeed. What stall heat? So there's a sensor that detects whether you're stalling or not. Normally it's like a little flap, but it can get ice in it and stop it moving, and then you don't get your stall horn. So that's a little heater to stop that. It depends if you think you're going to get icing, really. Right, I think we're good to go. Can we get any lighting on this upper panel? Apparently not. Can't see anything. There we go. Controls are working, which is a good sign. Let's see. Parking brake can go off. Tax light come on. Good old British weather. Well, this is Welsh technically. Dizza, thank you very much. Kay, still welcome back.
Welcome back, Nato.
Like, almost everything here has just got disused X's on it.
Welcome back, Nato.
Welsh, British, it's all the same. Hey, we've had some pretty hot weather over the last few months, though. May and August were just had some really hot times. Alvin, you got Premium Edition Deluxe for Microsoft Flight Sim. Nice. Thank you, Camaro. Good reminder, sir. Good reminder. Let's fire up FSE while we're doing this. Let's get it connected. Okay, it is connected. Thank you, Aviation Den. I'll give you a very quick overhead view while we're doing this. So I'm running this screen here at the moment, 21:9 ratio, so that you get the full 21:9. If I rendered outside of this window here, you wouldn't see any of this. So instead I have that for my like chat and stuff. And I can just bring in things like that, you see. Let me just put that on parking brake. But yeah, I've got obviously my iPad down here, which I've got a RAM mount for, running Sky Demon. And then you've got the air server version over there so that you can see that. So I want to go back to that view. That's what you see. Right, action, start flight. Passengers are on board. Fuel is good. Flaps need to go into the takeoff position. This is what they are on. Engine on looks good. So we are going to go initially onto heading mode, B-speed mode, and we'll climb up to... I really don't know what that cloud ceiling's at right now, because what I'm seeing in the weather reports is not the same as what I'm getting in the sim. Is the MP flying happening today, Lampamile? Run the route command. But everything else is set. Ready to go. Props fully forward now. And we'll release the parking brake. No, we'll put the parking brake. No, we've done the... I got mixed up then that I hadn't started the flight and I had. So, landing lights, navs and strobes can all come on. Roach is looking clear. Alright, Sammy. See you later, mate. If I forget to fly for Air Squirrel, Sammy, I'm going to blame chat. So we're going to do a left turn and then climb to 2000 and see what the weather's like. Trim is set. What the? Did you see what just happened? What kind of loading is FS Economy giving me? Did you see the wheelie? Has it put the weight, like, on the tail or something? What on earth was that? Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna go trim quite a bit forward to there. I reckon it's... I mean, I wasn't in takeoff trim, which was my bad. But even so, that was insane. I'm gonna push the yoke forward. Keep the nose down. That was hilarious. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's a bit sensitive on the rudder. What the heck? What the... I'm just gonna get up. This thing's going crazy. I have no idea what's going on right now. Do you see that? Okay, we're airborne, we're climbing. We'll take it. That was not the best handling. And we just got chucked. We're getting a crosswind from right to left. that's some nasty looking weather. Right, we're going to get the yaw damper on. We're going to go autopilot, which is obviously just going to completely kill us, because why wouldn't it? Even though it was in heading mode. Hang on a sec. One second, let me get the aircraft stable. It's supposed to be flying heading mode, which is what I had selected. I'm just going to go altitude hold and put it into autopilot. Your damper doesn't work. What the heck? What on earth is it doing? For a kickoff, the heading bug's to the right and it's trying to turn me left. Do you know what? I'm just going to have to put it on manual a second. Because this is... something weird's going on here. Oh dear. Huh? Thank you. Fresh berry Y food for me. Let me do a right turn onto our heading bug, because right now we're not heading the right place. Your friend had this yesterday. He checked the settings, but it never worked until he restarted the sim. I have never seen it do anything quite that insane. Flight director is definitely on. Nav mode, heading mode. It's on heading mode. It's on... I'm going to turn the bank thing off and see if that makes any difference. Look, as soon as I do it, it just... as soon as I turn it on, it just wants us to throw us in the ground, and it completely alters the trim. That's just nuts. Okay. I don't know what's going on, guys. Seriously, I've never seen the autopilot on the Caravan do that. That's just bizarre. So we're going to have to hand fly it. Let me just get us back on track. I'm just going to keep the landing lights on for now. There we go. Fun, fun, fun. You had AP issues today, but not on the Caravan. I've never seen anything quite like that before. If we have a look at the... that's what Sky Demon thinks we're doing. We can use that as our guidance. How long is the flight? I don't know, it's a P Super out there. Thinking maybe we should be climbing. Let's pitch up, let's get above this. This aircraft is behaving awfully strange today. Even the trim is being weird. The UI route shows a direct line to destination. No. It's in heading mode. The AP should be following the heading bug. I'm not on nav mode. It's not trying to follow the magenta line. It's trying to follow... I don't know what it's trying to do, but I had the heading bug set and it was to the right and it nosedives us to the left. So I don't know what's going on. We can go up to 5.5. Yikes. Right, it's time for my lunch. Fresh berry Y food. Wow, I didn't know she'd opened it. She's such a thief. She opens it up and takes some and then gives me the rest. It's bugged. It's really badly bugged at the moment. Yeah, every time she just nicks some. Mrs. Squirrel shipping cost. I'm gonna put that up there. Well, we're still not breaking out of the clouds. Have we got a hot cup of tea to go with it? No. Well, this is what you call hard eye fire right now. Oh. Actually saw a break in the clouds then. I hope things are better down at Bournemouth. Oh yeah. That's more like it. That's what we're talking about. How long you've been streaming? There should be a timer on my screen that tells you how long, but nearly an hour. So looking at the flight plan, we'll be turning shortly. And our next heading will be 123 magnetic. Yikes. The BBC weather map shows only light cloud where you are. I think the live is broken. I agree, like, both Sky Demon says it shouldn't be like this. It's a bit weird. Hey, Langeville. Isn't live weather delayed? How much delayed, though? Right, we could get away with 6,000, but no more. Because we have to go underneath that 6,500 shelf. There's some weird fluffy clouds. Up to 36 hours? Are you serious? That's not live weather. That's yesterday's weather? Right, I need to turn onto a heading 123 now. We also need to level out. Wow, the pitch trim is so bizarre. It's going to be a very, very interesting approach, this is. I don't think we'll be able to see a thing. If the autopilot was working, we can actually have a look outside, but I can't. Right, so we're more or less heading in the right direction that we wanted to go. We're in North Devon. Yeah, we're just... Mine headed is off our left wing. Can you see it? We're in live weather. What caused the AP to go funny? Dude, I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. I don't know how to fix it. I don't have a video on how I've set up the stream decks. No, I've just got them set up as button maps for various things like lights and landing gear and stuff. Although I used to use the lights on here, but since I put the honeycomb yoke on, a lot of the lights are on switches anyway. You grew up in Taunton. Taunton in Somerset? Maybe resizing the VFR map will fix the autopilot? Do you know what? I laugh, but you could easily be right. Let me have a look at... See, now I've got to look at these charts while I'm trying to fly the plane in hard IFR conditions. It's bringing up the chart for that. So 2.6 is what we should really go in on. We can either a right or a left base. So we're about to duck underneath that shelf there. If you look at the bottom of the iPad screen, right, that's the vertical profile, and you can see the bottom of the shelf there at 6,500. So we're 500 feet clear of it, and we're going right underneath it. But if I pitched up, Sky Demon would freak out. Oh, I can see the ground. Look at this. Look at that. There's actual ground down there. Nope, it's gone. I'm really enjoying this Bing satellite data. What about you? Good morning, trucker guy. There you go, there's something down there. PC Tech, 70 months, dude. I don't know what time's gone. It just vanishes. But thank you for your support. Ongoing support, PC Tech. Look at that. A break in the clouds. Just flown right through a pocket in the weather. That's crazy. See, England looks lovely when the sun shines on it. Actually, the weather over there is quite pretty good. Fly to Turkey, okay. The caravan has a really fat undercarriage. Yeah, it's fixed undercarriage, you can't retract it. We're after Bournemouth. I'm gonna land in Bournemouth and see where the FSC jobs take us. We could end up anywhere. We could end up in France. We could end up east of UK. No idea. Flying without an agenda. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? ID777. Bought a Baron 58 on FSC on Thursday. Now I have to fly it from the Philippines to Austria. After more than 10 hours, I'm already in Myanmar. It's great to see you flying in. Dude, Philippines to Austria. Could you not have bought something a bit nearer? That would have been my suggestion. Zunk. Do you do any US flights? All day yesterday we was flying in California area. All day yesterday. Later today we'll be over in Mexico. Do flights in Australia. You're low on fuel? Okay. I would have bought something nearer, but I didn't find something suitable. Thank you, Pepsi Fever. Hope it helped. I'm hoping when we get down to Bournemouth, we'll be able to drop out of the cloud. I really hope it's not, you know, a P Super, because there's no ILS or anything. Do flights in low Earth orbit. Benno, it should say do flights in percent country percent. So it looks like some kind of word macro. Right, we're almost coming up on our next waypoint. Then we'll be on our next heading, which is 096, which takes us to Bournemouth. And we'll have to start descending. Australian flights are boring, no hilly terrain, weather is always perfect. Yeah, the coast is fine, like all up the east coast is great, but over the main area is just, yeah, like you say, it's like Mars. It's like a flat version of Mars. Lol, Groat. Arizona, beautiful flying weather, but I hate the heat. Arizona's not the best place to be if you hate heat. .38 feet field elevation. Blimey. Need to get visibility on it first. What's a good flight planner for VFR? The only ones that I really know are the ones I use, which is Sky Demon and 4Flight. 4Flight for the States and Sky Demon for the UK. Well, UK and Europe, Sky Demon. 4Flight's like really good for IFR type stuff. But it also does VFR in the States quite well. Smithy, thank you for 3 years. A shiny new nut. Right, we're coming up on our turn to 096. And then we'll descend down to 2000, I think, initially. Need to try and get under the clouds now, really. Let's descend and turn. Are you surprised by the success the game has had? Nope. Fully expected it. Twitch needs to Siri create a confirmation for unfollowing. This is going to take us direct to Bournemouth, but we kind of want to be left of it, really. I'm kind of tempted to go out on the left base. Go out over the sea, a bit more scenic. For those asking what IMC was, Exhibit A. Yeah, you know the whole visual flying thing? Dude, we got loads of fuel. Do you not realize how much fuel we have? I think you underestimate the tanks on this thing. We have a lot of fuel. Uh, 32 gig of RAM. 32 gig of RAM so I can load all this wonderful scenery. Okay, we've got a bit of visibility going on here. This is progress. Now we're in VFR. Gonna level out 2,500, I think. Some streamers hide the fuel indicator. Why would you do that? They keep spamming they don't have enough fuel. Ah, I see. What is it, like a meme thing? Good afternoon, Callum. It's got some hills coming up here. It's going to get a bit bumpy, I think. Completely sandwiched between the ground and this kind of almost unbroken cloud. Are you getting the Honeycomb Bravo rudder pedals? Honeycomb Bravo is not rudder pedals, it's a throttle quadrant. And yes, I've ordered them. But if you try and use that throttle quadrant as rudder pedals, you may be quite disappointed. I can't imagine the YouTube reviews of that. I returned my Honeycomb Bravo rudder pedals, they suck. Azag Helvete, thank you for subbing, welcome. .27 nautical out. Did you see the estimated shipping dates for the week production we're able to get? I got the 4-week, won't be out till the end of November. Yeah, I think that's the 4-week I got as well, so I honestly, I'm just gonna not think about it. I'm just gonna wait. There's no point. I kind of hope I'll get it before Christmas. That's about it. What resolution is your 21.9 running at and how are you capturing it? I'm doing a desktop capture and I'm just capturing 2560 by 1080. It's actually 3840 wide, but I'm capturing 2560 and then squeezing it down, putting it on the screen. So you see all of it. See that? Everything that I see, you see there. I have to restart the sim after this and hope the autopilot unbrakes itself. I have to hand fly the whole thing. Software capture seems the way to go. Well, OBS is doing the capture, obviously, and then the NVIDIA encoder chip is doing all the heavy lifting. Which means I'm not using CPU encoding or anything. It's all done in the hardware. Like, the whole NVIDIA encoding thing is just a massive game changer. That's a lovely skyline. It really is. Somebody just dropped a bomb. Hypno Falcon. Hypno Falcon, thank you for dropping 5 subs. Welcome to the Nut House, guys. Please give him a thank you for his generosity. Thank you, Hypno. Wait, you're not playing full screen on the curved display. Left and right sides of the screen had something else. Yeah, correct. Yep. When I'm recording or streaming, there is no point using the whole width of this monitor because nobody will ever see it but me. And I don't want to be looking at something that you can't see, so I'm going, oh, look at that. And you're like, Squirrel, we can't see it, mate. What's the point? What's the point in getting my graphics card to render pixels that nobody can see but me? That does look good. That does look very good.
Control airspace 8.5 miles ahead.
Control airspace, class Delta. Okay. It's perfectly landable. Harpoon, thank you for half a year. Why don't you do both, Harpoon? Why don't you do some flying and just have me on a tablet next to you or something? So this is what happens when you fly towards control airspace in Sky Demon. Call Solent Radar 120.23. So you have to give them a call, tell them what you're doing. You can't enter that blue box unless you get permission. Right, so what I've done, I've just created a little vector for myself via Ringwood, you can see there, just to help get us in to 2.6.
Control airspace 300 feet below.
Quite often, ATC will give you a VRP to go to, which is a visual reference point. Like they might say, you know, heading whatever 09 or something, Ringwood, report Ringwood, which means when you get to Ringwood VRP, you would say, I'm at Ringwood, and then they'll say, can I turn right base, clear to land or whatever. The sky, like the skyline in the distance looks pink to me. That's pretty weird. Dropping on the brewery, okay. Yeah, when the weather works, I agree, it is totally amazing. Do. Are you going to any VATs then? Probably going to do some pilot edge first, I think. Slow us down a little bit. Don't want to be barreling down the downwind leg. Getting the trim right is so difficult in the sim. It's just a matter of you've got to like pull back and then trim, pull back and trim and see what the nose does. In the real plane, you can just feel it. It's so much easier. So there's the airfield. Let's see if we can get the sitting up slightly higher. So Ringwood would be a town just ahead of us. So probably that one right there, off the nose. That's why you fly autopilot, because the trim's awful. Yeah, autopilot's great when it works. Right, first stage of flaps is in, just trying to retrim. That was Black Box, Mickey Learjet. He's a real airline pilot. How do you get Sky Demon to tie into Microsoft Flight Sim? I use an app that's on the Sim Market Store that's cost €6, and it bridges Sim Connect to Sky Demon and 4Flight, and it does it remarkably well. I can dig you out a link shortly if you want, unless the mods have got the link.
Welcome to the Nut House.
Make sure you get the right one, Lord Ray. Airbus 007, thank you very much for subbing. It's called something like MSFS Connect. Oh, MSFS Bridge is called. And it costs about €6 on the Sim Market website. Right, so this is Ringwood. Which is a VRP. So we'll turn right base onto 160. Nah, no Dre. Whoa, 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 whoa. Something just freaked out. The trim just went ballistic. What the heck? Okay, something just freaked out the trim, look. The trim's stuck. I don't think we can land this plane right now because the trim is just freaking out. What the heck? Can you see that? It's literally like... Oh, there we go. Now it stopped fighting me. The trim just went absolutely ballistic then. No idea. I've seen that bug before as well. Something like one of your devices just puts it into like a permanent, you know, upwind trim or something like that. Just a caravan, yep. Okay, we're looking good. Fully configured. Don't need to worry about the undercarriage. Let's land.
500.
I should have put the wind speeds onto the Garmin. That would have helped. And there's a vehicle on the runway. There's literally a vehicle on the runway. Dude, can you not? Can you just not? You gotta love this sim. Ultra realism, authentic weather systems, realistic Bing mapping, and vehicles that drive across the runway when you're on final. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. It's genius. Right, parking brake. Flaps are up. Holy smokes. My name's Jeff. It's like, I don't have a van. My name's Jeff. Diz, thank you for the bits. Just coming out to see if I wanted a cup of tea, that's what it was. That was a nice approach, actually. Apart from the trim just utterly freaking out on me at one point. I think we can park over there. Of course he's going the same way we're going, of course he is. Why wouldn't he? Yeah, we got an escort. Awesome. Blimey, there's not much parking space over here, is there? I'm just going to put it here, against this building. Awesome. Click all of the switches. I think I'll change the livery for this one. It's a really weird livery, that one. Civil Air Patrol. But hey, we got here. That was some pretty insane flying. Let's have a look. What did we do? $2,800. We'll take it. Better send that plane to the repairs. Yeah, no wonder. No wonder Kiwi Craig leased this aircraft to me. He was like, you'll enjoy the autopilot on this one. Right, let's see if we can get some. There's plenty of assignments here. Where should we go? Well, we're not going back to FH. We could go to JJ. That's in France somewhere. That goes to a military airfield. What's that then?
Happy anniversary.
Newton Abbott. Newton Abbott Military Airfield. Chimera, thank you for 18 months. If we went to if we went to XN, we could take all those. That's 135 miles north, so that'll take us... Blimey, Newton Abbott, where's that? Is that somewhere in Birmingham? There's no assignments to London City anyway. You can take one passenger down to France. Doesn't seem like a good deal to me. Oh, we can go to Jersey. Should we go to Jersey? 1, 2, 3. Let's take those. Quite fancy Jersey, actually. Actually, let's have a look at what's in Jersey before we do that. Yeah, see, there's not much coming out of Jersey. That's the problem. We'd have to do a non-profit run out of Jersey. Might be worth it. There's a lot of aircraft here. Look at this.
Happy anniversary.
I might refuel the aircraft here because I don't know if there's going to be anything at Jersey. Actually, we could check, couldn't we? Click on that. Outback Charter. Yeah, they're selling fuel. They're selling fuel in Jersey. 95 nautical. Let me just restart the sim. I'm going to change livery as well. Callas, thank you for subbing. Welcome. Bennett, thank you for 42 months. Will we ever see a fully shaven squirrel ever again? You're asking a question that I do not know the answer to. I have a beard. Maybe I'll keep the beard. Maybe I'll get rid of the beard. Maybe I'll change the beard. I cannot tell you. I do not know. That's like me saying to you, will you ever get a tattoo? Or if you're from London, will you ever get a tattoo? That's more Essex, actually. Never say never. Nice. Except I'd never have a tattoo either. Oh, will you ever grow a mustache then? How about that? Thank you, 15 months, Mr. Swappy. You scared of needles?
Aye, 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 aye.
That's a good reason not to get a tattoo. Hypno Falcon, thank you very much for 1,000 bits. Long live the Nutters. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your support. You have to get the squirrel logo on your arm. Nope. No way. He wanted a tattoo, but would never decide what to get. You see, that's the big problem. Even if you decide what to get, there's a few issues with tattoos to me. One of them is I might get bored of the thing that I chose. Like, let's say you chose something like 15 years ago. You're a very different person 15 years ago. You might look at that design and think, I don't like that anymore. And it's like literally tattooed on your arm. You can't get it off very easily. And then secondly, as tattoos get older, as your skin gets older, they look different. So some of them just don't even look good anymore after a few years. And the real problem I have with them in general is like, I don't feel the need. I don't feel the need to put a mark on my skin. I'm glad you never got one. Tattoos you wanted 10 years ago, I'm glad you never got them. And the worst part is, Encodec, the worst part is the execution of it. Like, I've seen people have tattoos that have come out, like, either slightly bigger than they wanted or smaller or just not the right design. Like, there's an entire TV series where they have people go in with tattoos that have gone badly wrong. Like, whoever did them was just a bit rubbish. And they've gone in there, and these tattoo specialists basically redesign the tattoo for them, like incorporate it into something else. A special memory would be a cool tattoo idea. If you have a special memory, I don't know if you need to be reminded of it on your skin, but that's just me.